Hi everyone, I'm Sean Duhamel from the Mass Retirees Association. Today's Friday, May 15th. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of our weekly updates. Now, our association dates back to 1968, and over the past 52 years, we've evolved from an advocacy group for public retirees to an education resource for retirees to being there for our members when you need us the most. That could be simply answering a question, or taking care of an insurance claims problem, or being there for your survivors in the unfortunate event that something happens to you. We're always accessible. In fact, you all know that you have my personal cell phone number on the back of your membership card. In fact, you have the home telephone numbers of all of our senior leadership at Mass Retirees. That's the way it's always been, and that's the way it's always going to be. Now, one of the challenges that we've faced over the past 2.5 months as this coronavirus crisis has gripped our country and much of the world has been, what can we do to make sure that we're still there for you, that we're accessible to you when you need us the most? Now, obviously, we haven't been able to have our area meetings here in Massachusetts, and we're not going to be able to have any for the foreseeable future, unfortunately. And that most likely will include our upcoming annual meeting in September, as well as many of our fall meetings. We haven't made any announcements yet. We want to wait and see what Governor Baker announces here in Massachusetts and what the phased-in reopening plan is for our state. But in the meantime, we're doing everything we can to make sure that we maintain our accessibility to you. Now, a key way for us to do that is the bi-monthly newsletter that all of you receive. And in fact, we're working on the July newsletter right now. It goes to press right after Memorial Day. You'll have it in your mailbox the first or second week of, probably the second week of June. You can count on that. And once again, it's going to be chock full of information for you. But in the meantime, we want to make sure that we're getting the information out to you that you need, and you have the ability to ask us questions, and that we're here to serve you. And one of the innovative ways that we have come up with is holding telephone town halls. And we've done this a handful of times now. We have fantastic participation. And we did our most recent town hall this past Wednesday. Thank you for all of the members who took the time to call in and participate in that call. Believe it or not, we had over 2,200 of our members live on that phone call on Wednesday afternoon at the same time. It was fantastic. Now, I'm not much of a worrier. I don't get very anxious about things, but I'll let you in on a little bit of a personal secret. I couldn't sleep very well on Tuesday night. My worst fear would be if the technology didn't work and that you weren't able to call in, or somehow we gave you the wrong information, it was the wrong day. Again, I don't worry about very much, but when it comes to events like that are very important, I want to make sure that they go right. I know that everybody on our team here at Mass Retirees feels the exact same way. What made this event this week even that much more special is the fact that we were joined on the line for over an hour by the senior staff at the Group Insurance Commission. The GIC insures over 460,000 public retirees, public employees, and your families here in Massachusetts. They play a vital role in your retirement, in your quality of life as a retiree. So the work that they do day in and day out is very important. And the GIC has a brand new executive director, Matt Veno, from the city of Salem, is the new GIC director. In fact, he came on the job just a couple of weeks before the coronavirus crisis struck, and that we were all forced to work from home. So Matt has been doing a great job despite very, very difficult circumstances. And one of the first decisions he was forced to make was in canceling this year's GIC health fairs that typically occur all across Massachusetts through the month of April. Well, obviously, because of what's going on and the need to keep everybody safe, the GIC wasn't able to hold their health fairs this year, just like we weren't able to hold our annual meetings. So Matt and I came up with an idea of coming together, holding a telephone town hall sponsored by Mass Retirees that the GIC could participate in and fill you in on all of the things that you need to know for the coming year that involve your health insurance, but also more importantly, give our members the opportunity to answer questions. Now, I apologize for any of you who had trouble dialing in, who got disconnected from the call. I know that we do have a handful of members who had some technical difficulties, and I apologize for that. We are now in the process of getting a recorded copy of the town hall That will be posted on our website in the near future and emailed out to all of our members to give you full access to everything that was talked about on that call. And I also want to apologize to the members who very patiently waited to ask a question only to find out that we had run out of time. And our staff has been doing a great job of following up with those folks and making sure that your questions are answered and your thoughts are heard. But if for some reason, if anyone has fallen through the cracks, I apologize. Give me a call personally or give Cheryl Stillman in our office a call. We're here to help you and we'll answer whatever questions you have. Now, we are working with Blue Cross Blue Shield to schedule a future telephone town hall for our municipal retirees who are insured under Blue Cross. The details are still being worked out in terms of timing. We want to bring as many experts from the Blues together as we can to make sure that your questions can be answered and that you'll be well served. But going forward, we're going to continue to hold these events, and we're trying to come up with new and innovative ways to reach you. So if you have suggestions and ideas, feel free to reach out to us, send in an email, let us know your thoughts, whether it's holding a virtual meeting through Zoom, that way you can see us, or calling in. But we're here for you, and we're going to figure out how we can continue to serve our members as best we can going forward. Now, in the meantime, we are beginning to put together a plan to slowly and gradually reopen our physical office on Beacon Hill. And we are waiting for further information from the governor's office and what we expect to have rolled out here in Massachusetts early next week in terms of how we can go about a phased reopening. Because I am very much looking forward to getting back in the office and being together again as a group and being able to collaborate. Not to say that we haven't been able to work very well remotely, but there is really no replacing getting back together. But we're going to make sure that that is done safely and following all of the public health guidelines that are put in place. And we'll have more information in terms of services that we're providing to you going forward. But with that, get outside. I'm filming this on Thursday afternoon here in Dorchester. It is a beautiful spring day here in the city of Boston. I know this coming weekend I think is supposed to be pretty nice as well. So spring is here. It's healthy to be outside. So if you have outdoor space, get outside, get some fresh air, and try to enjoy a little bit of sunshine. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back to you next Friday with a new update.